Hopefully things are going well for you guys. As for me, welcome to the Gamerman's Lounge. And today, yeah, I'm outside. So here's what's going on. Now, over the summer, something has happened, and I wanted to talk about it as soon as I get this one thing done. However, also over the summer were some other things that's been going on in the video game world, the tech world, the anime world, the manga world. And it is a giant elephant in the room to address. So even when I get this one thing done, okay, I'm not gonna have a good time for me to talk about my situation, okay? I have to worry about the other situations that have unfolded that's affecting the entertainment industry as well as the gaming industry. So with all that going on, why would I go ahead and talk about my situation where there's a possibility that we're probably in the middle of a giant content crisis? I mean, seriously. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I will go ahead and say this. I'll go address the two. I'm gonna have to correct myself here because I only have one to go over. And to find the other one would take much more time, so I only have time to do one. But I'm pretty sure this is similar to the last one I posted. So here I go. Okay, so here we go. Over the summer, there was a sudden occurrence that caused things for me and my family. I want to go into detail earlier as possible. However, two things I need to consider beforehand. One, there's one thing that I needed to get done, pardon the grammar, before going into detail. Second, there has been numerous other things going on in the worlds of tech, games, anime, manga, and entertainment, making discussion of my situation not in good timing. Now, first off, there will be a time where we address what happened, but in a later time, my summer story will be spun into something different as a means of changing the subject matter until I am comfortable to talk about the situation for real. Now, what that means is that I'll talk about my situation, but then after my discussion of what happened, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, hey, I'm gonna make it into something different. This is me basically dropping the subject until I am comfortable to talk about it for real. Second, the lounge has been made aware of numerous things that have been going on in gaming, tech, and entertainment that has been affecting everyone, you, me, and everyone across the world, that have been chaotic at most. Absolutely. The lounge will continue to push forward, again, pardon the typo, my apologies for the typos. The lounge will continue to push forward despite odds against us all. Long-form content is guaranteed every Wednesday on the YouTube channel, and of course, short-form content and Gamerman's archival content is now being figured out more going forward. There will be more focus towards short-form content and Gamerman's archival content going forward, so yeah, that's what's happening. The lounge will make as much content as possible before we disappear over unforeseen circumstances. So absolutely, something did happen and you're ending up seeing me film this video outside in this spot. I have to go find a specific spot at a time when I do videos, so something to keep in mind about. Now, how I ended up in this situation, I will go into detail, but I need to find a good time to do that, even when I get this one thing done. So, yeah. With all the things going on right now, now is not a good time. However, I will keep content moving forward, okay? Especially short-form content more often, especially Gamerman's archival content more often. However, I'm gonna say this again. Once I talk about my situation, I'm gonna change it into something else as a means of me dropping the subject until I am confident enough to talk about the situation again for real. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Yes, this summer was a giant mess for everybody, okay? And it wasn't just my situation, okay? I have talked about a few examples in the channel on news videos. And speaking of news videos are gonna be in short form content. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. I'll talk about news stories one at a time, but there's going to be a time where I will talk about more than one story at a time. I figured I want to go to this spot for this very serious discussion. Now, the last thing I really want to do is to water down dialogues and jokes when it comes to making video content. And I am definitely going to be moving forward to curb this habit, especially given the rise of excessive censorship. When it comes to that, it makes people groan at someone who waters down their dialogue, waters down their jokes, and yeah, nobody wants that. Recommendation segues. Now, I am currently retiring it, so you're going to see as many recommendation segues as soon as you can until they disappear. That's because I'm retiring it for reasons of reinventing my segues, my recommendation segues. I want it in a certain style that I want it. However, if we're going to be talking about content, yes, content will be still going forward. As a matter of fact, you're not going to see a Wednesday without a video from the lounge. I'm not going to do that. If I end up disappearing, you're still getting content, okay? I'm getting content figured out going forward. So I'm doing it as much as I can. I'm trying to get out as much content as I can. Short form, long form, okay, Gamerman's Archival. We're doing it. I'm going to be active on social media pages. That's what's going to end up happening to the lounge. If I end up disappearing, that's mean I'm doing something. It's a crazy timeline we're in. It's a massive, massive situation we're in. It is what it is. But with that totally said, I am pushing through. I am pushing forward. Okay. You will still be entertained by the lounge. So with that totally said, that is all. I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Oh yes, and you will be seeing me in different environments at a time, especially until I get my hands on a portable green screen that I could just attach to the back of a chair or something like that. That would be great. Anyway, with that totally said, I'll look forward to you in the next video. Peace out.